Welcome to Sunday Dinner with Chef Clemenza. Salud. So basically, what we're going to do today, we're going to bring it back a little bit to some traditions I used to do when I was younger, some family things, and I'm going to do something new that we've done. Well, not really new, but something we've done recently with my Uncle Peter, God rest his soul, and my brother Frankie, so this is dedicated to them. We're going to start out with a Meatball Sundae. What is a Meatball Sundae? So basically, it's a meatball designed to look like an ice cream sundae. It's done in a little sundae cup. It's my signature food item on the food truck, Clemenza's Culinary Carnival. So before we get into that, I'm going to bring out my little sous chef over here, Diane, my sister. Come on out. She's going to help me out. All right, so we're going to start out. Can you start here? First, basically, we got some Italian bread, soaking in milk. Now, normally you use breadcrumb. I like using fresh bread. Stale bread's even better. Believe it or not, you soak it in milk, it comes right back. So, we're going to get our pan going. Meatball mix. We're going to start right. Basically, you want really good cheese. Now, if you got that little green cheese in your refrigerator, take it, throw it in the garbage, go to your friggin' Italian store and buy yourself some Lucatelli Romano. So, grated cheese. Okay? A little bit of parsley. The trick, too, is don't be afraid to, go a little bit heavy on the parsley, a little bit heavy on the grated cheese. Now, the thing is, you don't want to add a lot of salt, because the salt, you want to add a pinch, but not too much, because the salt is going to bring out the grated cheese, and the grated cheese is already salty. So, having said that, we're going to just put a little pinch of salt. We're going to do a little bit of granulated onion and granulated garlic. I know people rag me on that, but you know what? I like it. It works. You've got your bread smushed up. Beautiful. Look at that. I mean, do you believe this over here? She's a beautiful sous chef. That's perfect, actually. You can wash your hands. Beautiful. All right, because I'm going to have to do that soon, too. All right, so basically, we're going to start mixing it. Oh, we need 2 eggs. Can somebody get me 2 eggs out of the fridge? This is what we do, when you're really cooking over here. Everybody kind of gets involved, kind of helps out. Back when I was a kid, dinner was an event. It wasn't a meal, it was an event, My grandmother would be out in the garden, picking the vegetables. Who'd be chopping this, who'd be cutting that, who'd be prepping this, who'd be prepping that. It's just a beautiful thing. And we sat there, it's actually getting too hot. We're going to move that real quick. All right, so we got our meatball mix going. We're waiting for the eggs.
There you go.
Beautiful. I got it. Beautiful. That's the one. You want to crack the other one?
Sure.
Want to get rid of that? All right, so we're going to mix our meatballs. We're going to start frying them. Also, when I fry them, and I know people are looking at you. Look, when you make meatballs, that looks terrible. But you know what? When you're home, no one wears gloves. So basically, we got 1.5 pounds, almost 2 pounds of ground beef. So you want to do 1 egg to 1 pound of ground beef. Beautiful. Look at that. That's a beautiful thing. And you don't want to over mix it either, because when you over mix it, the meatball kind of tends to get a little bit tougher. All right, beautiful. So we're gonna start rolling meatballs. Actually, you want to start rolling some meatballs for me? Just roll them, put them on there. All right. Well, this is getting hot. We're gonna start our sauce real quick. Basically, here, put them right on something, anything. Beautiful. We're going to do a little bit of garlic, right? Get that going. A little bit of salt. Alexa, play some Louis Prima. I hope that's not going to be too loud.
I can't find the song Somebody Prima.
Who's Somebody Prima? Alexa, play some Louis Prima. All right, so we're going to do a little sip of wine while that's going. So basically, marinade sauce. 10, 12, Alexa, Angora, play some Louis Prima. This is why I hate technology. There you go. All right, so marinade sauce, or marinara. 10, 12, 14 minutes tops. A little bit of garlic, a little bit of pasta, a little bit of parsley. Normally I add, it is kind of funny. Normally I add a little bit of crushed red pepper, but people are sensitive to spice, so I'm not going to do that. Could we give me those canned tomatoes right there, please? Danina? Actually, stay, I got it. And there goes a blank spot on TV, but hey, this is what happens when you're actually cooking. Beautiful. All right, so a little bit of marinade, a little bit of tomato. We're going to let that cook for a little bit. We're going to add a little bit of fresh basil. Beautiful. Black pepper anywhere, salt. Pinch more salt. A little bit of black pepper. Now again, we're going to let that cook down for about 15 minutes. Maybe a little bit shorter. So, on that note, all right, so our sauce is going. We're going to start doing our meatballs. Now, basically, when I fry meatballs, I love to put a little garlic. And people always say, the garlic looks a little burnt. Look, I love fried garlic. It's just going to add something magical to it. So we're going to wait for that to get hot. Our sauce is going. Now, I'm going to take you through the next dish real quick while this is going down. So basically, rigatoni alla buca. True story. In the restaurant one night, my Uncle Peter, got to be about 2 o'clock in the morning. We're drinking some wine. I lost my wine. We're drinking some wine, thank you, sir. We're drinking a couple of wines. Got to be a little buzz, you know, having a good time, family, friends. To make something different. So I go down, somebody said, make some vodka sauce, which, by the way, it's an American thing. It's here in America, not in Italy, but anyway. So I couldn't find the vodka, so I grabbed some Zambuca. And this is how this dish was born. I'm going to show you that in just a couple of minutes. So the trick with the meatballs, too, when you fry them, you know, you don't want to overcrowd the pan too much. So, look at that. Look at that friggin' sauce. Unbelievable. Man, look at that. Beautiful. And, you know, when you use tomatoes, too, you got to get a San Marzano tomato. Spend the extra 50, 80 cents a can. If you're using 4 or 5 cans, what are you talking about? Extra $1 or $2? I get it. Sometimes you're on a budget. I understand that. So am I. But for that, it's absolutely worth it. Because you're going to get a much sweeter, better tomato. You know, San Marzano, it's from the San Marzano region of Italy. It has the volcanic soil. You're not going to find a better tomato anyway. I can promise you that. All right, so our meatballs are going. Beautiful. Look at this. We're going to start boiling our pasta. Our lovely sous chef is going to drop the rigatoni in the water in a few minutes. We're going to get that going. Now, normally I would let these brown a little more, but because of TV, we're going to do it this way. That'll cook nice and nice. All right, so back to the rigatoni vodka. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of shallot, a little bit of prosciutto. Beautiful. So our meatballs are frying up nice. There we go. Now we're getting some beautiful color. I just sit there. All right, so basically, once these are fried, we're going to cook them in the sauce for about 20 minutes. Beautiful. Look at that. You know, be patient with things. Even when like you barbecue or you fry something, let it cook. Let it cook up off the pan so it doesn't stick. Another 30 seconds, those are going to be ready. So, in the meantime, what I'm going to do is start chopping up the prosciutto for the alla buca. So basically, we got some beautiful prosciutto di Parma. Unbelievable. We're going to just put a little rough chop on that. Beautiful. All right. Let's get this out of the way. Nice. Now, I'm going to take a shallot. Easy way to chop it. Go literally 1, 2, right down the middle, and then okay, that worked well. That's what happens when you're actually really cooking, especially in your home on a tiny countertop. Garlic. We're going to do what we call a little good fella garlic. Basically, take the thing. What happened to it? Alexa, play some Louis Prima already. She don't like me. Alright, so we got a little garlic chopped up. Again, take the thing. The thing with garlic too is, look, if you smush it like this, you're going to get a little bit of the oil out. If you go through with a nice sharp knife, this guy's whispering to Alexa over there. There we go. Apparently she likes you better. There we go. So basically we're going to take our meatballs. Bada bing. Beautiful. Look at that. You know what? I really need a spoon. Can I have a spoon, please? What is spoon? Right there, right in front of me. Beautiful. Thank you. All right. So. Wow. Look at that. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing right there. Get the garlic in there. Don't even be afraid to get some of the oil in there. Because the oil basically, when I was a kid, my grandmother used to put, we used to call it meatball grease. And I mean, literally, she would say meatball grease in coffee cans. I thought it was the most bizarre thing. I was like, what are you pouring meatball grease under the kitchen sink? And she'd have all these cans with different dates and different labels on them. But bar none, made some of the best sauce you ever seen. Can we just get a quick rinse on that? Just maybe dump it somewhere? All right, so, having said that, boom. We're going to let the meatballs cook, and then we're going to do our Meatball Sundae. Look at that. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Let's bring that up close a little bit. Wow. I'm telling you, the smell of this is actually dry. All right, our meatballs are almost done. While those are cooking, we got our sauce going for the alla buca. So basically what I did was I took some garlic. Over here with this is I took some heavy cream. All I did was reduce it down. What that means is just Take some cream, you got that much in the pot, bring it down to about a little bit less than half. So you're gonna reduce it by 2/3. So it's got some nice flavor, nice and thick. All right, to the garlic, we're gonna do some shallot. Beautiful. I tell you, these stoves are actually really great. We're gonna do a little black pepper, a little salt, right? We got this going on. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And like I said, this is just something I came up with. Look, when you cook, it's all about what you like, what flavors you like, what spices you like. Yes, there's some traditional things. You know, people say don't put oregano, marinara sauce. Yes, I agree with some of that. But again, just cook from your heart. Cook with what you like. It's easy to put things together. A lot of people are afraid to do things and afraid of certain things. You know, and in all honesty, it's really not that hard. I mean, a lot of these things you do aren't even that time consuming. You know, I just want to be able to show you guys an easy, fast, sufficient way on how to do some things. And like I said, it's not really that complicated. Thank you, Sous Chef. Our pasta's almost ready. Beautiful. So, we have our shallots, our garlic. Beautiful thing to that. We're going to do some prosciutto di Parma. Now, what is prosciutto di Parma? Basically, it's from Parma, Italy, and what they do is they feed the pigs the curd and the whey from the cheese, and it kind of has that nutty, beautiful, almost cheesy kind of taste. You know, spend the money on it. Look, there's cheap prosciutto out there. It's okay, but if you're going to go for prosciutto, spend the $22, $25 a pound, whatever it is, and go for the quality. And look, I always can't afford that either. So, we got our prosciutto going. Now, I'm going to do this backwards, which I know is going to kind of seem weird, but that's the thing too. You know, when you live in a house or an apartment or something, that's why a lot of people are afraid to do a lot of things. It's not always the right room or the right this. So basically, I got that going. Now, we had some leftover sauce from the meatballs, which is in this pan. Right, it's just some plain sauce, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that right in there. Again, normally I would add that to the sauce. Beautiful. So we got the prosciutto. We got the shallot. Now what we're going to do to this, we're going to add the heavy cream. Beautiful. Look at that. Wow. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Nice. And at the very end, I'm just going to light some Sambuca and finish it with a little bit of Sambuca. Now normally I would do it like a vodka sauce, but the prosciutto I find, the Sambuca I find is a little bit more stronger taste than vodka, so I just want to finish it with a light little touch of Sambuca. Meet you. Wow, that's beautiful. All right, well, that's cooking down. We're going to add some basil to that as well. Look at that, beautiful. Right out of the garden from the Stop and Shop store, because it's too cold to have a garden yet. But we got a little bit of basil going on. Now we're going to plate our Meatball Sundae. This is going to be a fun thing. Look, the great thing about this is something the whole family can get involved. I've actually done parties with this. I've taught kids at school, and it's a beautiful thing and a beautiful event. You know, it's just fun. You know, it's a fun thing to do. So, basically, check this out. We're going to take one of our meatballs, right? We're going to fill it up a little bit. Now, the trick to this is to let that cool for a few seconds, or the ricotta is going to slide right off. So beautiful. We got that going. That's a beautiful thing. Okay. We're going to let that cool down for a few seconds. We got our meatballs already cooled. We're going to do that. Before we do that, we got a little Sambuca that we hit on the stove. We're going to just, like I said, finish it with a nice little buca. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. We'll get that going. Wow, look at that. Let's lower this a little bit. Wrong song, but good song. All right, so here we go. Check this out. Gonna get a little scoop of ricotta. Look at that. Look at that. Can we get a better shot of that maybe? I don't know. Look at that. Beautiful. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take cherry tomatoes. A little cherry tomato on top. A little balsamic glaze to look like chocolate syrup. Wow, look at that. I mean, where are you going to get this stuff from, man? And again, this is a great thing to do with the kids. Everybody can get involved. It's like making ice cream sundaes. I mean, look at that. I'm not going to say what it looks like, but you can take it from your own interpretation. We're going to do, normally I do a little pink Himalayan salt and parsley for sprinkles, but unfortunately we couldn't get a little Himalayan salt today. Beautiful, look at that here. Matter of fact, you can have one.
Oh, thank you.
You can have one.
Oh, thank you very much.
Beautiful. All right, so we got Zambuca sauce going. So, we're going to get ready to plate this up. Let's cover that. Let's do a little bit of this. All right, so this is going to be, let's get the bowl for this. This is going to be a beautiful, beautiful dish. I got a little rigatoni that we had cooked off. I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. We're going to get the cooked off rigatoni. We're going to pour a little bit in. And again, this just came right out of the water about 30 seconds ago. Thank you. Ooh, that's hot. Beautiful. All right. There we go. Let's see if we can do that. It's going to be a little bit too hard to do. Would anybody else like a meatball sundae? John, boy, you want a meatball sundae?
Sure.
All right. Beautiful. Diane, would you like a meatball sundae?
Okay.
Beautiful.
Delicious.
All right, so check this out. Let that cook. We're gonna, now, any pasta you do too, the trick is, don't pour the pasta into the bowl and pour the sauce on top and think that's it. No. Let the pasta come out a little bit al dente, which means firm to bite, and you're going to let it cook approximately a minute and a half, 2 minutes in the sauce. So while that's going, I'm going to do 2 more meatball sundaes. As a matter of fact, sis, you want to come over here and help me make one? Check this out. You ready? We're going to put your cooking skills to the test here. Let me get a little fork here. Watch this. Boom. Nice. Beautiful. That's for you. And, right? Isn't that a beautiful thing? And again, guys, you can do this. Look, when I do this with the kids and my nieces and nephews, everybody loves it. Again, you can scoop a little bit of ricotta on. Now, the trick is to push it and get it nice and firm. There you go. Like you're scooping out a thing of ice. There you go. Now just scoop it on. Yep. Beautiful. Let me see. Yep.
Okay.
I got you. Look, just take it like that, and then a little press down, and a little scoop. See, this is a thing too. You know, it's a little bit warm. The ricotta's got to be cold. Boom. Now we got it. This is done. We got a little cherry on top. Beautiful. A little chocolate syrup. Nice. Wow. Thank you. A little parsley. Thank you very much. Perfect. A little grated cheese. Thank you. One for you. One for you. There you go. Look at that. We got a beautiful shot of your hand.
Thank you.
What happened to the Louis Prima? What is wrong with this Alexa? All right, so we're ready to plate our rigatoni alla vodka. Check this out. Whoa.
No.
Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful thing? Now, we got to this. We're going to finish this with a little grated cheese on top. Nice. A little basil. A little more basil, right? Look at that. Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And then I just happened to see this, and I'm going to do this. It's a little prosciutto stick. So what I'm going to do is just cut little pieces of this prosciutto bread. Like that. Check it out. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Now, we're going to get ready to plate this, guys. You want to get some plates? You want to sit down and eat? All right, now for the best part, guys. We get to sit down and enjoy beautiful dinner. This is what it's all about. It's everybody just hanging out. Before we eat, I want to make a little toast to everybody. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for everything. It's important to have friends and good family and everything like that. And this is what it is, man. Just having a couple of glasses of wine. John Boy's toasting to everybody over there. It's a beautiful thing. We got some Italian bread. We got some pastries. We got some Italian music. Take it, guys. Start eating. Come on. I just spilled the wine. Anybody want bread? Prosciutto bread? Check this out. Little prosciutto bread here. I'll serve you. Watch this. Cammy, I know you're hungry, right? Want another meatball? I know you're not going to say no to that. Everybody, come on, one more. A little scoop. Billy? Billy, want another meatball?
Yes.
By the way, guys, let me introduce you to everybody. This is my good friend, Pam, who I know for, God, 50 years, 40 years. I don't even know anymore. Philomena, my sister Diane, John, and we got Butchie on camera. Guys, help yourself, because I don't want to go off camera. John, I know you're good at that. And like I said, look, this is what it is, man. Trying to get everybody together, I know nowadays is tough. You know, who works, who does this, who wants McDonald's. Look, when we were kids, my mother made meatloaf and peas, you ate meatloaf and peas. That's just the way it was. And I get times have changed and things of, you know, traditions have gone, but it's important. Because as you get older, especially in times, you know, when things are going on now, as you get older, you're going to lose people along the way, and it's important to stick together and stay together as a family. Everybody eat. Guys, one last toast. Oh, you know what? Before that, I was going to show you this. Check this out. Wow. That's going to be dessert, by the way, guys. I wish I could take credit for making them. But everybody, cheers.
Cheers. Salute.
Thank you for coming to Sunday Dinner with Chef Clemenza. We'll see you next week.
God bless.
God bless. Now let's eat.